We're live. Good morning. Okay, it's 9:30 on the dot, Pacific Standard Time. And hopefully some of you are there. Let me do the comment moderation. Um, okay. So if you're a follower, you can send me a message, but I don't respond back. Okay. So I know that some of you kind of tune in when it's after you get that last sip of coffee, and oh yeah, I do yoga today. It's Thursday. Um, it's Tuesday, but you can do it any time because all of these sessions, just a reminder, are recorded. And it's wonderful. They're published within minutes after I finish. So, whatever time zone, whatever you've got going on, I know a lot of you have other stuff going on despite this shelter in place that so many of us are still honoring. Yes, and we're all wearing our masks, aren't we? I need some new masks. Bob, I need to talk to you. And despite everything that's going on, we have lives and we have things that are happening, and maybe they're more magnified. I know sometimes when our activities, the things we're used to doing, aren't happening. Okay, a lot of the social isn't happening. We have time to maybe focus on things that have been maybe put on the shelf or need a little more time. Okay, so it is Thursday, the 23rd. We have another 2 sessions in July. And then August, there's 8 sessions. Okay, so we're going to begin this morning. Can you see? You're going to need a bolster of some sort. I hope you have one by now. Yes, if you've been just putting it off, it's a great investment. You need so little to do yoga. You need a bolster is great, a mat, a couple of blankets, even just one, a block and a strap, and coming to sessions, okay, and being consistent. And in the introduction today, I wrote that yoga isn't just what you do on the mat or what you can do. It's not about doing fancy poses or, gee, can you do this? Do you do that? Or how many times a week? What really matters is what you do when you go off the mat, because yoga is a way of life. And I've learned that over the years. I've been teaching over 20 years and then the years before that. So we want to honor some of the traditions, and it's how we go out into the world and how we honor ourselves and others. And one way is to be healthy and take care of ourselves, especially now. So I trust that you're not one of those who is denying it, what's going on. I don't understand it, but we are going to carry on here. So I'm going to show you how we're going to begin. And this is a two-part. Sometimes we do this, it's restorative, it's relaxing, it's a nice way to kind of come into your own space, okay, into a quiet space. I woke up super early, actually in the middle of the night, because I have some stuff going on. I woke up thinking about it and started processing what I was going to do about it, which I did this morning before class. So, quieting the mind is so important. That's really the purpose of all this. So even after all these years, I'm still working with that. Okay, so we're going to do this two-part pose. And you're going to start by, I'll show you, we're going to sit on the bolster. Yes, we're going to sit on the bolster. Sit on the front edge. I'm going to be facing the window. And then I'll show you, I'm going to drag back so that it catches my flesh. And then I'm going to lie back and I'm going to use just a little bit of support under my neck. So hitch up your yoga pants and let's start. Oh, don't forget to turn up your volume. Okay, turn up the volume on your device, whatever you're watching on. Maybe a laptop is probably the best, but please turn up the volume. I have mine turned up, and hopefully you can hear me. You can always text me after or send me a message for if there's anything you want me to do or not do. Okay, so let's begin. So you're going to sit, give yourself enough room, sit at the front edge, way in the front with your knees bent and your feet flat on the mat. And it's a cat tilt, cat. So you're going to kind of tuck the tailbone forward. And you're going to lean back. And then you're going to drag, slide toward the back of the bolster, but not coming off. And it'll catch the flesh, and it'll catch your pants too. So make sure you have them pulled up so you don't feel like your pants are being pulled off. And then it's a little awkward. You have to kind of ease back without coming off the bolster. See how my hips are still up there on the back edge now. And I'm going to adjust the blanket under my neck, and then you stretch out. Oh, I needed this today. And it's just, there should be no sense of pinching or compression in the low back. You should feel this wonderful curve. This is your lumbar, your low back. And you'll often hear people say, oh, I have a this, that, where? My L this, my L that. Well, your L is your lumbar, your low back, okay? The lumbar, the thoracic, and the cervical. There's three major parts of the spine. The low back is where it's right in the middle of everything, okay? So it gets caught in, if your alignment is bad, if your posture is off, if you overdo things and you aren't properly aligned and taking care of yourself, your low back is going to talk to you. And there's a lot of musculature here. Okay, there has to be. Okay, so you want things in alignment so everything can work properly. It's like tuning up your car, for heaven's sake. Don't you get your cars tuned up every 5,000 miles? At least the oil change, check the brakes, check this, check the filters. Make sure everything is running at optimal efficiency. Okay? Oh, we want to do that for our body. And that's why you're here with me. So make sure you feel this nice curve. Lie back, close your eyes, and breathe. It's like a Shavasana, okay? So all of your edges are free. And as I said, you can do just this if you want on your own. It's wonderful. I'm going to leave you here about a minute, another minute or so. I'll time it. Okay, you're probably there, relax. And then I will cue you for part 2. Okay? So just relax, breathe. Remember, breathing only through the nostrils. And let any distractions, okay, the dog, the cat, the garbage truck, he already came, one did, people you live with, they absolutely have to be in the kitchen making noise, or the phone, turn your phone off, and try and shut yourself off if you can physically. At least start to come into just the sound of your breath. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? And keep coming in. Let everything else move away. Keep coming in. And your mind might be still racing, chit-chatting. That's okay. Slow down the breath. Go deep on the exhale. Way deep. Way deep. And that slows the mind. And that slows everything. If we're so busy all the time, there's no space for anything else to come in. We need to clear out. We need this space. this quiet time, so that other emotions, creativity, thoughts can arise. Otherwise, they keep getting pushed away. Okay? Okay, here we go for a little bit longer. I'm loving this. You might feel yourself open up a little bit. I can feel my shoulders relax, my arms get a little heavier, and just allow the musculature to relax, soften, ungrip. A little longer. So I'm going to give you a choice. I know I hate to move you, but we have to continue. You can go to phase 2, okay, or you can stay where you were for another minute or so. So phase 2 is bending your knees, lifting your hips, and pushing the bolster forward under your knees. So we often start this way, and I know a lot of you love to finish this way for Shavasana. So now you can feel your pelvis, your hips not hit, but rest onto your mat and your legs gently stretched out over the bolster. So I'm just going to let you be there, or you can stay in the original for another minute or so, okay? We are going to end up here, okay? So it's up to you. You can do it now or wait. About a minute. I'll cue you. You don't have to think about it. You just relax. Let the breath unfold. Just follow the path. See where it takes you. Maybe encourage it. If you've got something going on, low back, shoulders. I had a little right side SI, sacroiliac joint going on. So I had a little my naturopath chiropractic helped me get things in alignment. We all need little adjustments. Okay? I think. Gentle. Okay, so now if you didn't do this phase, I want you to get here. So bend your knees, have your legs over the bolster. And we're going to bring in both knees, and we're going to just wake up that back body a little more. Okay. Oh, it feels good. Feels so good. It always feels good. Sometimes even more good. And then we're going to just do some nice, gentle hip opening stretches. Of course, even though all of the poses that we do, the stretches and the poses called asana that we do, have a focus, they're all integrated. So even though I'm focusing a little bit more on the hips here, I also want to focus on my shoulders. So I don't want to do something at the sacrifice of something else. Okay, because we are one organism, integrated, okay? And getting into the thought of the oneness is important in our body and, of course, further out into our communities. But I won't pontificate this morning. Just breathe, melt the shoulders. If it's too much to try and bring your hand around your shin, just hold the back of your thigh. And then we're going to change sides, alternate, bring in one, stretch out the right, bring in the left. Hold on your own, maybe a minute. Remember how many breaths you have in a minute? Let that be your standard, okay, or 5 breaths. But a minute's good, or 5 breaths. I use my exhales to count how many breaths. And my minute is about 5. You can do your own. Good. And then bring both knees in. Lower your feet on the bolster. I'm going to push this away a little. I'm going to cross my legs on top of the bolster. I love this series. It's just a great passive hip opening. Now, remember, start, wait, do this first. Remember, I have open hips. If after several breaths, you're feeling like some kind of little response that's not a stretch, but more of an uncomfortable one, slide, especially at the knees. Okay, the knees. You can slide a blanket or block under. Okay. So I'm going to do a few more breaths. We're going to go with that minute. What's important is being consistent. So and then let's change, alternate, uncross, recross. It doesn't matter which side you do first. Say you only have 20 minutes. You could do all this and a few other little hip opening in 15. If that's all you did, that's great. What's important is to do a little something every day. Focus on your breathing. Just sit and focus on your breathing for 5 minutes. That's great. Then uncross. Bring your feet on top with your knees bent and push it away a little. You can bring it closer or further. This is why bolster is so terrific. And we're going to do a passive leg cradle. So I'm just going to bring my right shin over my left thigh. Now I'm feeling this, and it's a dog tilt. So don't let your hips turn up. Tip your tailbone toward the bolster or the floor. That lifts your rib cage, lowers your shoulders. And that's good. I'm stretching this area. This is where the piriformis is, right? Goes right into the belly of your glutes. We want to keep those nice and happy. Flex your right foot. And breathe. Try to relax in the pose. Breathe. I often say, because it was shared with me by one of my, and then let's change. After about a minute, we'll change. Let the pose do the pose. This side's even a little tighter, so flex the foot. I'm going to breathe into it. I'm sending my breath right to where I'm feeling the intensity of the pose. So if you close your eyes and breathe and just focus right on that area, you'll get a response. Maybe not the first time or the second, but eventually you will. Uncross. And we're going to do butterfly. Okay, so we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees relax apart. So remember, you have those 3 points.
on the soles of your feet. Feel your heels touch. Feel the pads of the big toes touch, and if they touch, then the baby toe pads are touching as well. That protects your knees. Mm-hmm. And so if you're like so, again, we don't want to create tension in the hip flexors or the sartorius. So slide a blanket so you can rest, relax the legs. Great passive hip openers. And we all need to do these, no matter how open we are. Want to maintain a balance, an integrity of your alignment. And so if something gets too strong, that means something is getting weaker, and then that creates an imbalance. Okay, and then that creates other issues. It's like if you have tires out of alignment, it creates other issues. Okay, you need to get them balanced. They call it balancing your wheels, right? Well, we're balancing you. Good. Bring the knees together. Bolster out of the way. Push it aside. Whoops. Mm-hmm. Knock that water over. And now we're going to straighten the left leg right down what you think is the middle of your mat. We're going to do a reclining tree pose. So this is a little more of what we've been doing. Again, if you feel like you're being tipped over to the right, keep your left hip glute down. Wait a few breaths. And then if you need to, put something under your right thigh or knee. But wait. Okay, wait a few breaths. Give your body a chance to get there. Give your nervous system a chance to get there. We often assume we need this, that, or the other. Okay, but just wait and see. You might need it. You might not need as much. You might need more. Okay, so every day is a new day. So about a minute. It's been almost a minute, I think. I'm not really kind of judging. And then when you're ready, we'll do the other side. Always take your time moving from one side to the other. Breathe. So we're training ourselves to be in our body. And pay attention. So this side's a little tighter for me, but I'm not gonna respond to that right away. I don't really need support under here. I have pretty open hips. I'm gonna wait. I feel it a little more, but it's not pain. Okay, you have to learn the distinction between a little discomfort and pain. Okay, sometimes stretching, moving into new territory can be a little uncomfortable, but if it's not pain, maybe breathe into it. See where it takes you. These are great poses. So I'm going to bring the knee up, bend both knees. Your arms are still outstretched, a little lower than your shoulders, okay? Now we're going to do a twist. So bring your hips to the right edge of your mat. Once more, left leg stretches forward, right foot on top. Now, press your right shoulder into the mat, and then as you bring the knee across, keep that right shoulder there. And that's where I'm going to stop, okay? The straight leg will turn on to the baby toe edge, but you're turning your torso toward the right as your right knee comes across to the left. That's why it's called a twist. Breathe deep into the intercostals, the rib cage, the lungs, the heart, all get massaged, and all of these organs, your tummy, your stomach, liver, kidney, everything gets kind of wrung out. Your intestines, your colon, all that stuff it's getting all moved and massaged. It's very, very happy. So a minute, and then go ahead and do the other side. So go through the process, go through the sequence. To the other side. Left foot, gently exhale. Keep that left shoulder moving into the mat. So a twist. Twists are wonderful. We can do them in the beginning, and we always do one at the end. For about your 5 breaths per minute, we're going to turn onto the right side in a fetal position. How many of you wake up sometimes and this is the position you're in? Oh, sometimes more than others. Sometimes I guess we wish we could go back. Breathe. And we're going to come to seated, nice and slow. Just gently come up. You're just joining me. Hello. See, some of you haven't signed in. I hope you're there, or you'll visit later. So come to seated, please. Now, if it just isn't comfortable, remember, if it's not comfortable to sit on the floor, sit. You can go into a chair, okay? Please. Okay. And I'm looking for something. Okay. All right. So give yourself the support you need. Sit with your legs crossed or your legs extended. You can slide things under, but wait until you know you need it. Bring the flesh off of the sit bones. Feel those bones. Neutral pelvis. Okay. And then just sit nice and tall. Ah, feels good. And feel that alignment click in. It just comes right in. Okay. Your head on your shoulders, shoulders sloping away from the ears. Perfect. Okay, and let's just close the eyes, let the hands rest. The inner gaze can be down toward the nose or the heart. Don't lower your head, however, but the inner gaze can lower, and that quiets. If you still have kind of an active mind, the ego just won't be quiet. That'll help. Feel like you're pulling the shades down on the window, okay? And then step back from the window. Pull down the shades, step back, and find a nice, quiet, still space. And breathe into that. And bringing the hands to the heart, an Anjali Mudra. And now we can lower our gaze to heart center, sending love, light, and healing to heart center. Your own, your loved ones, everyone, everywhere. And if you would like, on your own, you can do Ohms. I didn't today, or you can do Nadi Shodhana practice. So that was only like 25 minutes. If that's all you had time to do, great, okay? You can create little mini practices for yourself, okay? You can extract from these sections, like that's a section. The next could be another little section. Or you can create your own, okay? I know a lot of you have been practicing for a really long time with me and maybe with others. It's great. I'm so grateful and blessed to have been teaching this 20 plus years. And so whatever you create that you need that day, okay? All right, now let's come on to all fours. And it's kind of overcast this morning, and I don't know, I'm just moving kind of slow. But you know, you can accelerate if you want, or you can go slow if you want. You know, a lot of it's tied to this is hip and rib rolls, of course. A lot of it's tied to our emotions, of course. I mean, sometimes, do you ever wake up and it's sunny and you're like, okay, and you're energized and you're ready to go, or if it's kind of gloomy, you think, well, maybe I'll just take another 10 minutes under the covers. So you just have to notice what your own rhythms are. Ooh, got a nice little pop, and go with that. But I do also know that once I get going with my yoga and my walking, I find myself moving into my own a really good rhythm. Okay, so do it for you, and I'm going to do some hip rolls. Oh, big ones, big circles. Ah, and just breathe and move. Eyes open or closed. Think juicy. One of my teachers said, think warm golden liquid. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Yeah, and then just a little stiff here and there. And I'm going to do some baby lunges. And I'm going to do the right side, and then I'm going to do a little bird hand forward with the left arm, the opposite. So the opposite arm and leg. Stretch. Ooh, yeah. Don't collapse into the other hip. Breathe deep. Good. And then at least 5 breaths. Do what you need. And then the other side. Let your toes relax. Stretch out the sole of your foot. Feel your calf open up. Oh, it's wonderful. This is great for the immune system, the respiratory system, your circulatory system. Good. And then we're going to do thread the needle. So I'm going to turn my toes under, and I'm going to put a blanket. You can use something if you want to under the side of your head. I'm going to start with the right side, slide my right hand past my left wrist. Remember, your head, your ear, the side of your head's in the middle of your mat. Don't pull to the side. The left arm can be bent like so, or extended, or out to the side. You choose. Don't let your low back, don't collapse, lengthen, breathe. And don't push so much that you can't feel yourself breathing deep. Remember, the breath has to move in all directions. It feels really good. I mean, I can feel it, okay? But that means I need it. So at least a minute. Okay, I'll let you do that on your own. When you finish, you're going to do a little cat dog, okay? So, oh yeah. So you can create your own little sequence, okay? Let your poses move organically from one thing to the other. We just don't want to overdo forward bends or back bends. Okay, we want to do both, and you want to create that balance. So now we're going to do the left side. I'm going to turn away from you. Toes turned under. Make sure your knees are underneath your hips, not too far forward, and then slide the left arm through. Your minute or 5 breaths. Take your time. And then more cat dog. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, I'm getting all kinds of little popping and adjustments. It's wonderful. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do a little sequence. We've done before. Always just do what you can and move to your breath. I'm going to move to about 4 count breath. We're going to start sitting back. It's called extended child's pose. We're going to come up on an inhale. Exhale, lower toward the heels and bow. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, 8-point. Inhale, just a little cobra. Exhale, back you go. Bring it back from the hips. And back we go. Your inhale. Your exhale. Your inhale. Your exhale. Your inhale. Your exhale. Back we go. If you want to hold for a breath, do that and do one more round on your own. I'm going to do mine on my own. Come up onto all fours. Down dog. You knew it was coming. Toes, remember you lift. Exhale. Feel your exhale lift you up. So we need a little more maybe in the hamstrings and the calves today. What do you think? Oh. So go slow motion, breathe. Really get into those toes. I know sometimes it's not comfortable. You have these bunions, you have arthritis, you have this, you have that. But you have to still go there. Okay, go just a little at a time and breathe. Bring the weight off your hands, press into the fingerprints. If it's okay today, plank. Inhale, exhale back. This is so beneficial for your shoulders and upper body strength. And inhale and your exhale. Use the breath. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do 5 little push-ups. And you thought I was going to go easy on you. So did I. Elbow, eyes and elbows turn forward. Middle finger straight ahead. Look past the end of your mat. Exhale 2 inches down. Hug those elbows. Inhale up. Exhale. Push, push, push. Don't collapse the low back. You've got to move everything from the knees. Push, push. Feeling it yet? Oh yeah. And push, push. How you doing? And now, okay, we did 5. All right, down dog. Exhale up. So I'm going to come into a forward bend by walking my hands back toward my feet. Slowly, bend the knees, slowly, slowly, slowly. Get grounded. Okay? Adjust whatever you need to adjust and then shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Bend the knees. Shake it out. Shake it out. Feels good. Then we're going to go back to down dog. And now we're going to go forward. Tippy toe up. Come on to little bird hands. Tippy toe up. Easy, slow, slow. Shake it out. And then keep the knees bent. We're going to come up. Now we've been upside down, so go slow. Big inhale. Woo. All right, how was that? That was great. Okay, let me adjust the camera a little since my head just got cut off. Yeah, the hair. Oh, time for color. How you doing with haircuts these days? Oh, it's so funny, the things we took for granted, huh? Haircuts. Going to, I guess if your barber or hairstylist can be outside, you can get one. Otherwise, it's the mirror and a pair of scissors. Ooh. Okay, you ready for half sun salutes? I am. But before we do that, strap. You have a strap now, don't you? I'm using a different mat, and actually this is better on the carpet. It's one of the original mats back in the day when we taught, we would buy this huge roll of this kind of mat. This is the original mat. It's wonderful. And it's very thin though. And we would cut the mats and then sell them. Okay, so let's do a little more shoulder. Hold the strap, thumb and index. Notice there's no bend in my wrists. I'm not grabbing the strap. I'm letting it sit lightly between my thumb and index. Now notice how all of a sudden my shoulders want to roll forward. Bring them back. Inhale. And just whatever you can do, letting the strap slide, go to whatever, not past the waist. Exhale. No bending, no bending. Inhale up. Might slide over your hair, that's okay. And exhale. Look how wide I went. So I'm going to pick up the slack and go again. Inhale forward and up. Keep the shoulders down. Reach out through the fingerprints and back. If you can only go to a little bit, that's fine. Just do what you can. Inhale back and over and exhale. Good. Okay. So go several more. I'll cue you. I'm going to leave you on your own for a minute. And breathe. Okay, this is another one of those stretches that could be done like every day, especially if you have tight shoulders. But just remember, if you have issues, like you have rotator cuff or other kinds of shoulder issues, for whatever reason you had surgeries, whatever, don't push it, but just do something. Do something, okay? All right, now half sun salutes, okay? Now half sun salutes. Let me get up here. And I'm going to leave you on your own. I'm going to do a few, and then I'm going to leave you to do some on your own, okay? It's an inhale. Oh, big wingspan. Your exhale. Your half. And fold. And then up you come. Okay, so do several more. I'll cue you. Half sun salutes.
next half sun salute. I'll go this direction. I have to think ahead. Let's begin together. We're going to do a full round. But I'm going to throw something in. We're going to do a little different, okay? You good for that? So your inhale, arms overhead. Exhale. Inhale and fold. Step back on the left. Come up into crescent. Breathe. Breathe. Going into down dog on exhales. Take the right leg up. Breathe. Plank. Down dog. Ekapada. Up. And plank. Exhale. 8-point pose. Your cobra. Strong legs. Cat tilt. Down dog. Step up on the left. Crescent. Take your time getting there. Nice deep breath. Back to down dog. Ekapada on the left. Lift. Lift up. Plank. Inhale. Exhale. Do what you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Your cobra. I'll meet you back at down dog. Step up on the right. Forward bend. All the way up. And hands to the heart. Okay. Just kind of throwing some other stuff in. Now I want you to do a round on your own of sun salute. The right and the left. You can add in, like I did, if you want to throw in a crescent. You want to throw in a leg lift because you like that. You want a whole plank. You want to do anything like that. I want you to, or you want to do just a straight right and left side the way we do. That's fine too. But I want you to do both sides on your own. And it shouldn't take you more than a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do another round regular on my own. How you doing? So we're going to do another round. Throw in some standing poses. What do you think? I'll go this way. We might at the end do half moon. That's an option. So you may need a block or a chair or something, okay? It's up to you. I'll put a block, just to remind you. I'm on carpet. I don't use a block anymore, but that took months, if not years, to get there. So do what you have to do. You can use a wall, block, chair, or just do what you can, okay? So big inhale, big swan dive. Lift those hips. Step back with intention. Lift and step back. As you inhale into plank, legs active, knees, chest, chin. Cobra. So important to do this properly. Do what you can. Strong legs. Cat tilt. Now back to down dog, which is a dog tilt, of course. Stepping up. Okay, we're going to do warrior one. We haven't done this for a very long time. So the heels are on parallel tracks. The back foot turns forward 60 degrees. Just turns out slightly 30. You want to square off the hips. Watch my hips. They square off. My right knee stays bent. It's like a crescent, but the back foot is down. And I'm going to come up. This is warrior one. There's 3 warrior poses. Virabhadrasana 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to skip to 3. Okay, pivot like crescent. And up we go. And a balance. Do what you can. Tap down. Tap down if you need to. Breathe. Lift up. Lift your gaze. And then you ease back. Lower the heel. And we're going to start to turn to warrior two. So it's a longer stance. The back foot turns out 45, hips neutral, and arms extended. Those are the 3 warrior poses. So from here, we're going into side angle, Parshvakonasana. And I like this as a transition into half moon. If you're so inclined, please maybe give it a try. Okay, you can put your hand alongside your side seam, on your waist, or I like to bring it behind on the small of my back, my sacrum. When you reach forward, take a half step, wait, get your hand on your block, chair, whatever. And when you straighten the right leg, your left leg stretches upward. Stack your hips. I'm going to keep looking down because I'm on a carpet and balance is a little dicey, but breathe, lift that left leg, breathe, Barbie foot. Then I'm going to bring down my left hand, lower the left hip, over the left leg. Once you have your footing, up we go. Okay? Now the left. I'm going to turn this way so I'm facing you. Always take a moment. Your inhale, your exhale. Step back on the left. Down dog. And your plank. Lower. Cobra. Down dog. I'll meet you there. Use some momentum. Step up on the left. We're going to do warrior 3. 1. Sorry. I get my warriors confused. I know 2. So the heels are on parallel tracks so that the hips can be squared. Okay, headlighting the hips. It's like a crescent. Be careful not to cave in on the inside edge of the back foot or roll out on the outside edge. Okay. Then we're going to go through the balancing. That was 1. This is 3. Tap down, breathe. Ease back. Lower the heel. Turn the foot out 45. A little longer. Bending the knee. Warrior 2. So be consistent. When you get to the pose, hold it for that minute, 5 breaths, whatever, and then moving with the breath into the next. Remember to twist from your center, from your spine, your navel, your sternum, your heart, not from your shoulders. Okay, now I'm going to go into half moon, but you know what? I'm going to move back because I'm too close to that table. So always be mindful of where you're headed and keep anything with sharp corners far, far away. Okay, I'm going to reach forward. I'm going to wait. I'm going to extend. Really extend that lifted leg up. Energize both legs. Breathe. Take your time as much as you can, moving through the finish of the pose. Wait and then come up. If you want to come up into a chair pose, that's fine. You can always add things as we're going through the sequence, okay? How'd you do? I bet you did great. Perfect. Okay. So now I would like you to do, I'm going to give you choices. You like options? You can do another round of sun salutes. Yeah, why not? And add in your own standing pose that you like, one you like, or one maybe that's not your favorite. We didn't do triangle. You might want to do warrior again. You might want to do the leg lifts again. So I want you to do another round of sun salutes. Yes. And then a balanced pose. Maybe tree or try half moon again. You can do the half moon at the end like we do of the sun salute, or you can do it on your own, or if there's something else. So another round of sun salutes, throw in a standing pose or 2. Okay, just be in your own body, go as slow as you want, do what you want, and then a balanced pose either within the sun salute or separate. Okay, and that shouldn't take more than half a minute. No, I'm teasing. Several minutes. Okay, I'm going to let you do that on your own. because I want you to do your own practice, and I'll be back. How are we doing? Are you still doing your balance? I'm going to let you do your thing for a little longer. Remember, if you're doing tree or half moon again, if you have a wall, a chair, or something to kind of tag, okay, like a wall is great for tree. If you need to tag something, okay, say you feel like you are going to fall over, you know, in order to really give your body the proper memory, use what's at your disposal. Use a chair, use something. A counter, a wall is great, okay? Half moon, a chair, okay? Or your side to the wall, your back to the wall if you have the space. I just don't happen to have the space here. It's one thing I miss about being in a studio is we don't have that space and we can't do certain things. But you know, you can modify. Okay, there's ways to do these things. Okay? Okay. If you're not quite done, please finish. If you're done, we're going to start moving to the floor. Yeah, we're going to go into a down dog. And I found some energy this morning, so I think we'll do a dolphin this morning too. What do you think? So I'll meet you in down dog, and I'll meet you down on the mat. So when I come down onto all fours, I'm going to stay here. And for dolphin, it's similar to down dog, but we're on our forearms. So just remember, alignment is so important. And we always want the elbows aligned under the shoulders. Then we get the maximum support and we don't stress anything, okay? So how do I know I'm there? Well, I can visually see it.
But just to make sure, I'm going to wrap my palms around my biceps or my elbows. My palms, not my fingertips. And I'm going to keep them there. And then I'm going to interlace my hands. Heels of the hands are not together. Bring them apart. So I have this line of energy from my elbow right out to my knuckles. Okay, and your toes are turned under. Look back toward your knees. Inhale. As you exhale, up we go. Your hair might touch the mat, but your skull should not. Okay, you're up on the balls of your feet. Bring your weight up and away from the forearms, but keep the strength of that triangle. Look back, breathe, breathe. Try for your 5 breaths or a minute. And when you're done, you can rest in any version of a resting pose or child's pose. So this gets into a whole different area of the shoulders and back. Very, very strengthening. If you have tight shoulders, it can be a challenge. So you have to bend your knees into a dog tail. We're going to do again. Always go through the alignment check. I don't know how many times I've done this, and I always automatically do that. Always. You really want to feel this, the upward thrust. Now I'm going to go into a dive, the diving dolphin. So as you inhale, I'm going to roll my feet back a little and bring your chin over or just past your thumbs. And then you exhale back. Do it on your own. If you want to hold, breathe deep. Do what you can. I'm going to do another. You can rest or do another with me. Don't let your hands fall apart. Strong arms. Breathe. Breathe. And then rest. Good. Really rest the arms, the upper body. This counters the effort, okay? Pose, counter pose. Come up nice and slow. You can do another if you're so inclined, and you can also do the legless in dolphin like we did in down dog. So you can put that in your own little practice. You can do legless and you come into dolphin, diving dolphin with a leg lift. I'll show you. Always, always, consistency is strengthening. Okay, so that would be up and then a dive. Inhale, exhale. Try and do both sides equally. Now, sorry, you might feel that in a few days in a good way. Okay, you might get a little soreness here. This is good. This strengthens and tones the biceps. Okay, as this 8-point pose, and we want that strengthening, or in the right along the back muscles. It's really good for that. Okay. Now you get to lie down. Yay. Okay. So always take your time though. Have all your goodies for Shavasana within reach. If you think you want to cover yourself, it's kind of cool this morning here. So if I was going to be able to do Shavasana, which I am not able to do that because I'm an instructor, I would cover myself with a blanket and I would have my eye pillow ready. But it's up to you. But we are coming now down from all that activity, all that sun energy, back to the moon. Okay, I think we just had a new moon, didn't we? Anyway, new moon. Oh yeah, ease back. Feels great. And we just kind of do these wonderful self massages, more or less. And you know, if you have a tennis ball, you can do that anytime. Roll around a little bit. And it just sort of counters and balances out. So we have the sun energy, the moon energy, and then we come into this wonderful space of vitality and well-being. It's just wonderful. And you know, I'm going to just do this one more time because I like the way it feels. If I overdid, which I don't think I did, but this is just a nice way to kind of start to segue into Shavasana. Just remember, if it's too much to bring the knee in that far, just hold the back of your thigh. It's okay, whatever you can do. Just be sure both legs are active. They support one another. As the left leg, the straight leg reaches forward, it helps encourage the knee, the leg that's bent to come closer. So it's like an action reaction. And then as we sort of do the exchange, and if you want to add to that, you can do more core work by lifting the leg. Okay, and keeping the leg up. Breathe deep though. Make sure you're breathing into your abdominals, deep exhales, so that you're strengthening and not straining the low back. So you can add that in if you want. There's always choices, and feel free to do that. Okay? I'm going to do some nice big circular, I like this sort of one leg going one way, the one going the other, big circles in toward one another. My hips are loving this. And then maybe out away from one another. Yeah. Okay. And then lowering the feet. I'm going to slide the feet apart so that the baby toe edge aligns on each side of your mat. But the knees aren't touching, of course, okay? And just let your arms rest to the sides, palms up. And we do that nice, wonderful, sort of swaying, rocking movement, exhaling and inhaling. So the exhale, the knees kind of go to one side. Oh, I feel this nice in my quads. And so it's not herky-jerky. It's not boom, boom, boom. It's a real soft, rocking, swaying response to the breath. And it feels very natural. As your knees go one way, the head turns the other. And this creates this lovely sense of bringing everything back to center. It's a bilateral move across the back muscles, the shoulders, the hips, everything. So don't push into it, just gentle And this, if you did create anything per chance, I don't know, maybe, this helps release it. Okay, this helps release, bring energy, that good healing stuff that we've got. This feels good. Feels really good on my sacrum, okay? And my shoulders and my neck, everything. And let's do a few more. You can't do too much of this. You can hold each side if you want for several breaths. Don't push it. Be careful of your knees. Just get a little deeper into across this area. You're on the edges of your feet. Oh, yeah, that feels good. These are a lot of the same areas where you would put a tennis ball. When we do our tennis ball therapy, probably those little hot spots. Ah, lovely. And keep doing that for a while, and then I want you to do another finishing twist. Okay, if there's something else you need to do, we did lots of back bending, so I'm not going to do bridge right now, but you can, if you feel the need, do that or something else, happy baby or whatever, and then another finishing twist. You can do the same twist we did in the beginning with one leg straight, the other knee bent, or mix it up and do both knees to one side. Okay, so let me see how we're doing. Perfect. So I want you to do the twist. Yes, I remember Chubby Checker. Each side for 2 minutes. 2 minutes on each side before you take a shavasana. And again, if there's something you need to do before the twist, do that now. And then the twist for your 2 minutes on each side. That's about 12 breaths. Okay, not little hamster breaths. Really nice deep breaths on each side. And then shavasana. You can use your bolster, your blankets, whatever. So I'm going to leave you. And I'll be back in a little while for us to seal our time together.
If you're not ready, you can stay as you are, comfortable. Maybe you've dozed off. That's okay too. But if you're ready to start to segue out of our time together, you can stretch, wiggle. I love the chime. I used to use, of course, tincture bells. It's this wonderful vibratory sound that resonates very deep, like music does. Okay, and just stretch a little, breathe, come back into yourself, and emerge from this your relaxation if you so choose, or you can stay there. When you're ready, you can stay as you are or turn onto your side with your knees bent and the eyes closed. I'm going to share Hafez, and again, the next day or so, I will publish on this site the 2 poems I read this week, and I try to do that every week. It's Hafez in the tradition of Rumi, and I just love his writings. This is called A Golden Compass. Forget every idea of right and wrong any classroom ever taught you, because an empty heart, a tormented mind, unkindness, jealousy, and fear are always the testimony you have been completely fooled. Turn your back on those who would imprison your wondrous spirit with deceit and lies. Come join the honest company of the king's beggars, those gamblers, scoundrels, and divine clowns, and those astonishing fair courtesans who need divine love every night. Come join the courageous who have no choice but to bet their entire world that indeed, the divine is real. I will lead you into the circle of the beloved's cunning thieves, those playful royal rogues, the ones you can trust for true guidance, who can aid you in this blessed calamity of life. Wow. Timely, all these hundreds and hundreds of years later. And if you're so inclined to join me in a comfortable seated position, we'll recite, or you can listen to the Namaste invocation. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of peace, of light, and of truth. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one, divine. Namaste. Om Shanti, peace to you. Thank you for being here. Let's see what the angels have to say. Okay. What do we need today? I think we need this one. And what does the heart? Okay. Oh, the angels say forgiveness. Oh, that's a big one. I remember when the first time I heard that you have to forgive yourself first. Oh my. Yes, first ourselves, forgive yourself, and then you can forgive others. And the heart card says, you deserve the best. So forgive yourself because you deserve the best, and you do. And I'm very grateful because you are the best. And I'll see you next week. Stay in touch. Love and blessings.